Hey, I'm Nick Boy and welcome to Pocket for Monday, the 15th of February. Today on the show, not so exclusive, a hungry witness player, and games which makes Mekra. Alright, here's what's been making headlines. Bethesda's upcoming Doom game boasts a 13-hour campaign if you can believe everything you read on Twitter, which you can't because I lie on there. The official Doom account responded to a question about the duration of the campaign, stating that the difficulty plays a factor, but folks playing at the office averaged 13 plus hours. Rise of the Tomb Raider has been honored by the Writers Guild of America, receiving this year's Outstanding Achievement in Video Game Writing Award. Lara prevailed over Assassin's Creed Syndicate, The Witcher 3, and Pillars of Eternity. John Stafford, Cameron Sui, Philip Galat, and of course Rhianna Pratchett were the credited winners. I hope I said all of your names correctly. The Australian Classification Board has revealed an unannounced Dead Island game is in the works. Dead Island Retro Revenge was rated on the ACB website as M, with advice of bloody violence and online interactivity. The listing reveals that Empty Clip Studios may be the developers. Empty Clip hasn't got a lot under its belt, because it's empty. But their most recent game was the 2.5D shoot-'em-up Symphony. The Sci-Fi Channel is developing a detective drama for the Oculus Rift called Halcyon. To help them pull this off, they've teamed up with Canadian dev studio Secret Location, the same studio responsible for The Blacklist and Sleepy Hollow VR experiences. The series will run for 15 episodes, the first 10 being available to standard TV viewers, and the last 5 to be crafted specifically for the VR headset. I'm joined now by Rad Monkey to discuss our final news story.
You touched my ear.
Yeah, I got in there.
It tickled.
Microsoft has announced that Quantum Break will no longer be an Xbox exclusive, as it will launch simultaneously on PC in April. Bradley?
Yeah.
This news has met with mixed reaction. What is your opinion?
I think that people don't like it because they don't like to share. And I get that it's exciting to buy a console for an exclusive game that you're really interested in. But at the same time, just it's allowing more people to play the game.
Yeah.
So,
one of the criticisms is that they're concerned that Microsoft is not giving enough love to the Xbox in general, and that here's an exclusive that was just for the Xbox One and now it's been taken away. But at that point I go, well, if you've already bought an Xbox One, there's nothing stopping you from playing this game. Maybe you didn't buy a PlayStation, but you wouldn't be able to play this game on a PlayStation. You still have to own an Xbox or a Microsoft branded thing in order to play Quantum Break, so it's not like they're taking it away from you, they're just giving you less exclusive things.
Yeah, it's kind of like if Nintendo released a game on the Wii U and also on 3DS. Except that 3DS is obviously not the same kind of platform, but yeah. It's like you can play it on any of our things that we made.
Yes, exactly, yeah. So if you pre-order the game on Xbox One, you get a free code for the PC version, and then that supports shared save, so you can move between the PC and the Xbox at whim. It hasn't been confirmed if the same is true for reverse, if you pre-order on PC.
Yeah.
But has anyone ever pre-ordered anything on the Windows Store, which is where you need to buy this game? Does it even have the ability to pre-order, or it's that bad?
I don't know, it's pretty new, so...
The one thing I don't like about this is that I have to use the Windows Store.
Yeah.
That's where the game lives, it doesn't live in Steam.
Do you remember Games for Windows Live? It's we're reliving that all over again.
Yeah, obviously you need Windows 10 for this game to be able to buy this game, and pushing it on Windows Store is the one part where I go, just keep my games where all my games belong, that's fine. I think this reminds me of the Microsoft buying the educational version of the Minecraft stuff, where they're making you invest more deeply in the Microsoft ecosystem because you need Windows 10 to run this game. So it's like, if you don't have Windows 10 yet and you want to play this game, you need to upgrade to that. It's it's all fingers in all pies, Microsoft.
But I appreciate that Microsoft aren't like, we're keeping these separate, this is our one thing, this is our other thing. They're kind of just like, it's all Microsoft.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. We're all some weird, big, buggy family. All right, that's it for the news. Moving on now.
To Thing of the Day!
It's Thing of the Day. It's Thing of the Day. To Thing of the Day. Thing of the Day. For Thing of the Day. To Thing of the Day. It's Thing of the Day. It's Thing of the Day. It's Thing of the Day. Thing of the Day! A speedrunner by the name of Fearful Ferret has set a world record time in 100%ing Jonathan Blow's challenging puzzle game, The Witness. Ferret finished in 3 hours, 16 minutes, and 21 seconds, and that includes a 30-minute fish sandwich break.
Sigmund Freud, Orson Welles, and Sir John Gielgud.
And a fish sandwich.
It's Thing of the Day. It's Thing of the Day. To Thing of the Day. Thing of the Day. For Thing of the Day. To Thing of the Day. It's Thing of the Day. It's Thing of the Day. It's Thing of the Day. Thing of the Day. And now it's talk through time, where you suggest a topic and we talk through it. Today's topic comes off the back of Friday's episode where we talked about music in video games and is submitted by Burning Flurber, who says, man, every time I hear Sleepyhead, I tear up a bit from nostalgia, which gives me a talk through idea. What games most memorably made you cry, tear up, have overwhelming emotions of some kind? Red Monkey, what games make you cry?
I would say I cried the most in Valiant Hearts. And by that, I mean I needed a tissue or two.
Right. So the most for you, not the most that anyone has ever cried in Valiant Hearts. No.
But the most for me, because I don't cry a lot. And I'm going to say one that Pete is going to hate. I teared up in Lumini. He hates whenever I mention this game, but it was a really good game.
Yeah.
There was just this sense of peace that came over me when you fly into some of the environments, just because it's so beautiful, and I teared up, but I didn't cry per se.
So you needed a tissue for Valiant Hearts, and you didn't cry per se in Lumini.
Yeah.
I'm so glad we got you into this
And I felt
topic.
very sad at the end of Beginner's Guide.
Right, okay.
I needed a moment.
I guess you're saying you don't really cry in games.
I don't really cry in general.
Right.
So.
What, pain? What if I punched you real hard?
I don't think I would cry. No? Unless you punched me in the nose and your eyes involuntarily
You just water up? Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Well, I am the exact opposite.
You know.
I feel like I'm quite in touch with my emotions.
Uh-huh.
And so I cry quite a bit. Ori and the Blind Forest, my friend. The beginning of that, when Naru dies and Ori becomes an orphan. Broken.
You actually, cried?
Sat there and sobbed. Actual sob, tears.
So you would say that would be like a 6 tissue cry?
Oh, definitely. None of it's just tissues, like wiping it on there, blowing it on there.
My gosh,
Really? Really got to me.
Okay.
The Beginner's Guide, you, I mean, I cried on stream for that one. The Last of Us, where Joel's daughter Sarah dies.
That was sad.
By the way, we should point out there's going to be some spoilers in this one about
people dying.
Mainly about people dying. I cried throughout Gone Home because of just the sadness of what this girl had to go through.
Like there was a sense of loss.
Yes.
Yeah.
And real, and that felt so real. I think that's why.
Yeah.
Walking Dead season 1 with Clementine and Lee at the end. You laughed.
I laughed.
Why?
Because I saw it coming and it was funny.
But just because you see it coming doesn't mean that it's not sad.
Yeah, but he cut his arm off and then he's just like, oh. It was funny. You didn't find it funny at all, not even a little bit.
I bet you laughed at the guy in Saving Private Ryan where he's holding his arm on the beach. That part in the movie where everyone's like, "Oh my
hilarious.
God, that is."
What? So he's just holding a disembodied arm.
You're the worst person. I cried when I lost my friend in Journey, the stranger when you go through the game and you meet strangers.
No, I know, I played it.
So we went through sort of 3 stages together, and then they disappeared, and I cried because I felt alone, I felt real loss there. I cried in Red Dead Redemption when John Marsden gets shot, and then also I cried during the song Dead Man's Gun in that game as well. So yeah, I cried quite a bit in video games.
Well, I teared up. So I'm surprised. I didn't know you had it in you.
Can I tell you, really?
Yeah.
Really?
I don't know,
You don't see me as a crier?
I don't see anyone as a crier because I'm not a crier. When people cry, I'm like, what's happening?
So I think the thing for me that I've, reflecting on with this, I knew it about films and then I realized it's the same with video games. When I got this question and I started going through those games, it's always pretty much parents and child. Father, son, parent and child. You got Ori and the Blind Forest, The Last of Us, Gone Home, Walking Dead, Red Dead Redemption. So I think that's something that is a real trigger for me when it comes to crying.
Yeah.
And then also great songs, great moments in games.
Music is really important for me.
Yeah.
I think the end of Valiant Hearts, half of the reason I cried was because that soundtrack was so beautiful. If you haven't played it, stop and go play it. How they move through the ending as he reads that monologue and it just ends with the gunshots.
And you get some dog action throughout that game as well. Do you think that games are a medium where, do you think I'm a freak because I've been this affected this much? Or do you think games can do this?
I think games can definitely do that, and I think it's in the same way that I'm going to talk a bit about censorship here. In the same way that we tend to censor stuff in games, I think more strongly than we do films. You can watch a film.
Totally.
You can watch a film where someone gets raped, but if you play a game where you are enacting that,
you're not allowed to play that.
You're not allowed to play that game.
Yeah.
It's because you're interacting with the medium in a much more intimate manner, and I think that definitely is more affecting.
That's why I love games like Firewatch, which I'm currently playing, where I know that even though you may not necessarily be sad, I know that you're trying to get an emotion out of me, and that I appreciate that you're on some level trying to affect me emotionally.
I think that's my problem when I can see the cogs turning in the medium, and I can see that it's trying to manipulate
where you feel manipulated.
Yeah, it just totally pulls me out.
And probably a poor choice of words where I go, the game was trying to make me feel that.
Yeah.
The game is going for an emotion.
No, absolutely. Yeah. And I think Firewatch is, I've only played a bit of it, but I think it's doing a fantastic job of what it is doing.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
All right, cool. Well, I'm sorry you're dead inside.
Well, I'm sorry that you're such a big wimp.
Let us know in the comments if you're dead inside or are you a big wimp? What games have made you cry, if any? And while you're there, please suggest a talk through for tomorrow and stay on the internet. Check us out on Facebook, YouTube, and iView. Want to meet fellow Pocketeers? Then join the Pocketeers Facebook group and Steam group. You can follow Good Game on Twitter at GoodGameTV, follow Pocket at NickBoy, at Pierreth, at GGEditMonkey. She's at UnhurriedYo.
You were really close. UnhurriedYo.
UnhurriedYo, and there are links to everything I just said in the description below. Today's Thing of the Day graphic was made by Paulo Deck. If you made a thing, send it in. Until tomorrow, Nick Boy out.
Red Monkey out.
You seriously don't cry?
Not as much as you do.
I don't think anyone
I
does.
cry when I'm hungry. Literally.